Alright guys, so I'm going to show you guys a little quick tip on installing your Ss-Moto triple tree. And this is really just going to be probably a general rule for installing any aftermarket tree, or even taking your stock tree off and reinstalling it. So we're going to go over here to the R7. I'm going to show you guys the proper way to install this to make sure you're getting it lined up. One thing you're going to notice with the new version of the R7 tree from Ss-Moto is that extra lip we've got in there, and what that is that's going to line up on that threaded section. So it's going to make sure you guys are perfectly lined up regardless, but this is going to be good practice for just a step-by-step on what you need to do to make sure you're doing this right. Let's go over to the bike and take a look. Alright, so what you guys will notice here, I've got my jack set up. I've got it just underneath the header. We're only going to lift this bike a little bit, so putting in the header is going to do just fine for what we want to achieve. I've got the rear stand on the bike. You could do this on the kickstand if you don't have a rear stand. It's going to achieve the same thing. You're just going to notice the bike's going to be leaning a little bit. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you guys how the tree looks. The bike is down right now. There's no weight on, or the jack is not supporting it at all. And you'll see this triple tree doesn't want to go on. All right, now I could force it on, and it would likely scrape some aluminum up and maybe mess our threads up. So what that's telling me is that when we took that stock tree off and the weight of the bike is on the front wheel, it's allowing that center stem to move, or it's really allowing the forks to move. So what we're going to do with the jack, we're just going to lift this up a little bit. We're going to take the weight off the front end, which is actually going to allow the front wheel to move inward. And we're not going to lift it too much. We don't want to knock it off our back stand. So I'm just keeping an eye. I'm going nice and slow. I'm waiting to see that back end get a little light where there it goes right there. All right, so you can see right here, got a little wobble now where it just kind of lifted the bike over to the side. So now I know that we've got all the weight off the front end. All right, so now our triple tree should just, there we go, slide right on. We're going to be sitting all the way down, and that's going to be basically the procedure you need to do when you're installing any triple tree from any manufacturer. Like I said, the Ss-Moto tree is going to give you a bit of an advantage because you're going to know if you're lined up on the underside based off of the threaded section up here. That's why we added that extra lip around there. Now we're just going to lower our bike back down, nice and easy. Alright, and we can go ahead and put our stem nut back on, tighten that down, and that's going to be it, guys. Like I said, it's going to be basically a general rule that you're going to want to follow when removing any, even if you take this aftermarket tree off and put another one on, or you're just doing regular maintenance. If you're swapping the stock tree for an aftermarket tree, you want to follow this procedure. It's going to guarantee that you're getting that triple tree lined back up. It's been a big mistake that a lot of people have made and have found you'll catch a shake in the front end if the triple tree is not seated all the way down. And allows too much room for that front end to play. So I'm going to stick with this, and you guys stay tuned. I got some more R7 parts coming out.